What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Cato.
I'm Walter Bowley.
And I'm Spencer Breland.
And this is Gaming Treehouse Radio, episode 68. My voice sounds a little sultry here because I can hear myself, so I'm not doing my usual yelling.
It sounds the same, Nick. It sounds the same.
Was it?
You're the only one getting weird. This is how you sound.
So I really sounded that, like, mellow in all my other intros. Oh my God.
We remember we made the joke about Gaming Treehouse coming in the back door. we did that whole thing.
Yes,
right?
yes, this is true.
Now, it's been like a few days since our last upload. Maybe like...
Yeah, life
How many days, you think?
A lot. I feel like...
It's been a while. Let's see, the Xbox podcast was June, maybe?
Yeah, it got some decent stuff. We're gonna keep it a little more laid back, talk about some stuff. A little bit of news, nothing crazy, just some thoughts that we might have on things.
Yep.
So, we're going to jump right in. The first thing we're going to do is, what are we playing? So, who wants to start? Want me to start?
I think we can all say at the same time, 3, 2, 1, a certain game that we're all playing.
All right, we are all playing Red Dead Redemption at the current moment. I am not insanely far. I am about 26 or 7% done with the story. I only got like 1 day to actually sit and play with it.
Yeah, I'm like 24%. I kind of get sidetracked.
79%, and I'm in the epilogue.
Which again, and I wasn't joking, Spencer. I know the epilogue is 10 hours long.
Yeah, that's what it seems like it's going to be. Like, whenever I went
like
from
fun.
like 3 hours of the past few missions, and it only went up 2%. Yeah, it's going to be a long one.
Man, this game is killing me because I feel like it's trying to give me the worst experience. I'm the only one who is getting these glitches. Of everyone I spoke to, they're like, I'm not having this. I'm like,
yeah,
why me?
Yeah, issues. I haven't. The glitch you mentioned with Leopold Strauss, I didn't get that.
Dude, this is like 5 times my quests have glitched, like in the middle of them while I'm loading them, and I can't progress, and I have to reload my save. I've had like ammo boxes when I pick them up, like floating around me in a circle. I've not run into any of like the craters randomly appearing where you fall into the ether, but a couple of other ones. The biggest one is annoying because we're going to talk about Red Dead a little later. But we were talking about what we're playing. The movement. So I'm going to pick up... I'm in the camp after I killed a bunch of people in the camp and saved a specific person. I went to pick up a pack of cigarettes, and as my guy was walking towards it, my horse just walks right in between me and the cigarettes. And I'm in an endless loop of Arthur trying to walk through the horse to get to the cigarettes. And I can't break him off the path.
You know what that was, Nick? That was a beautiful metaphor for tobacco addiction. That's what that was. Okay?
I couldn't agree more.
You're just not seeing the layers
right.
that the game is providing you. That's deep. I just got chills.
I know. So everyone else seems to be having a great experience. I'm still enjoying it. I want that to be known. It's still very good besides the controls.
Like here,
still very
good.
The
only glitch I got, Nick? I killed 7 people right next to a sheriff's office and got a $5 bounty. That's the glitch that I got.
That's clutch. That's not a glitch.
And let me just go ahead, since we're talking about Red Dead, if you play this game anyway but dishonorably, you're not playing the game right. Yeah. I've seen so many people. Oh, I just want to play honorably. How can you play this story and think Arthur Morgan is any kind of honorable person? I'm sorry.
Just wait till you get further in the story, and then things change.
He does terrible things all the time, without hesitation, really.
Right now, I'm playing it as a play it by ear. I'm not doing everything dishonorably or honorably. If I'm robbing someone, I'll beat the shit out of them.
I'm doing everything honorably, but the main missions you pretty much have to play dishonorably. But
exactly my point. The game clearly wants you to be the wild man outlaw.
Sometimes there's specific points where it's if I'm doing this side quest or something, I'll choke the dude out or there's specific moments where I'm like, they're not doing anything wrong. I'll just talk to them and stuff.
One specific moment of, I think the words, and I could be getting this wrong, is it narrative dissonance? Is that the word where you, in a game, where you'll get like Nathan Drake is supposed to be a cocky, go-lucky guy, but he goes and kills 50 people in like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but in this game, it was, I was riding around and like, I'll just shoot birds out of the air while I'm riding a horse. Like, I'll just shoot a bird and keep riding. Like, I don't care. I just get bored and shoot a bird. And then I did a hunting mission where the guy's like, these hunters are going around killing animals and leaving them there.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, that's horrible.
That's one of the missions I was going to talk about. Yeah, we did that. I killed the fuck out of those guys.
I was like, that's just horrible. How could anyone do that?
So what else were we playing besides Red Dead? I know me, I'll just finish my list. Dabbling in some Tetris Effect.
I crushed Tetris Effect. I
quite good.
Crushed it.
I 100%ed the Spider-Man DLC. All of them. I know it's been a while since we've chatted. I could also get my Mega.
Did you 100% the heist, Nick? Did you go back and 100% it?
No, I don't care about that one. I'm talking about the new one. Okay. I refuse to do that last screwball challenge. It's so stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nick.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't care enough. There's no plat, so I don't give a shit. But what a game. And I also feel like I could get maybe get my Mega Man 11 thoughts out there at some point. Talking about the random topics.
I'm just guessing that they're probably somewhere like in the middle because you haven't been going off about it in your personal time. So
yeah, it's pretty.
I feel like it's pretty like, yeah, Mega Man.
Pretty middling. This is the truth. So what have you been playing?
What are you playing, Spencer?
Or Spencer, whoever.
I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Fallout 76, which is going to be fun to talk about later.
Oh, yes, it is.
I'm enjoying my time with it. I do have a few complaints about it, but I mean, if you just take it at face value and make your own game with it, then hey, it works.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about it later.
Is that disenchanted?
That's the word I chose, yes. I couldn't think of another word. So what are you playing, Walt?
I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I also play Black Ops 4, which I fucking hate. I don't know why I keep playing it.
Oh yeah, I played that too. I'm playing Blops 4 as well. I forgot about that one.
I fucking hate it. I can't believe I still play Call of Duty.
It's fun. It's stupidly fun.
We need to play Blackout again. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I can shoot a truck with a rocket launcher, and it's just like, oh, speedball.
Dude, God.
What else? Tetris Effect. I've beaten like 2 separate of the story modes in Tetris Effect. The difficulties. I know story mode is a little, but
seems to be experiencing.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you guys want to look it up, it has City and Tate. It's like my favorite level by far. Spider-Man. I still turn on Forza every now and again, but I fear I've kind of.
Yeah. Well, I got your videos off. Topics. We'll move to just to get it on, like our current top 10 games of 2018. Just spotlight games. If there's any game that surprised you, if there's any game that superiorly disappointed you, we can talk about that. So,
fun times.
All right. So, what you got an idea for, Nick?
I guess I'll start with. I'll do with my honorable mention. My honor so far are Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, Mario Tennis Aces, and up to Monster Hunter World as well. It's my top 10 of the year. But fun with, surprisingly.
I didn't have fun with it, if I'm being honest.
I am stunned at that, yes.
Because I loved Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on 3DS. I loved it. Mm-hmm. I played Monster Hunter World, which is just Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate better in every single way. And nothing.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any honorable mention games you want to talk about?
I think Walt does. I don't.
Yeah, I gotta pull up my list.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
My God, you guys talk so much. I have to scroll so far back up to get my list.
Oh, I gotta pull up my list. Oh,
Well, everyone should do that, yeah.
Okay, so I only got a couple honorable mentions. I got Tetris Effect. I didn't make a top 10. I made a top 5.
That's fine.
And so honorable mention would be Tetris Effect. And I went ahead and threw a way out there on the honorable mentions. It was a silly little experience, but it was fun co-op, like with Spencer. It was genuinely fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Standing on its own, though, I don't think it holds up under a ton of scrutiny. Even that amazing twist, Spencer, that we love, doesn't make any sense when you think about it. But still, like, it was fun. It was a really fun experience.
Yeah.
With no desire to ever even turn it on ever again.
Yeah. No, it's a one and done.
Yeah.
Tetris Effect, absolutely. I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm shafting something. Like I know I am.
It's not our final.
Okay,
list.
here we go. Honorable mention, and the reason this is an honorable mention is because it's not technically a 2018 release, but Divinity Original Sin 2 Enhanced Edition, which was released to consoles from the PC. One of the greatest RPGs I've ever played as a video game. Like, it just really is. It has to be played.
Well, one of mine in my top 10, it was new to consoles 20 out prior to that, so who knows?
And Spencer, you didn't have any?
Spencer, got any honorable mentions?
No honorable mentions. Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just go into the top 10s, then after that we'll do our biggest surprise game of the year and biggest disappointment of the year so far. So I guess I'll start with my number 10. I have Black Ops 4 in my number 10 slot. This is an ever-changing list. Games on this list could even change places by the end. So what's your number 10, Spencer?
Fallout 76, because
wow.
Most normal Fallout games would be at like the top 3 of my list, but this one has a few issues that we will discuss here in a bit.
Okay, yes, I'm very excited for that conversation. Yeah. I'm very excited. I know Walt does not have a top 10, so I'll wait to get to the top 5. My number 9 game.
Yeah, fucking black sheep.
Oh, it's all good, Walt. You're good. I'm not saying anything. Some people just prefer 5. It's good. So, my number 9 is Mega Man 11. That could be fluctuated off the list at any point. It was such a... compared to my number 9, it was just...
Yeah.
Oh my god. Amazing.
A lot better.
But didn't like the gear systems that much. I thought it just ruined what makes Mega Man Mega Man.
Yeah.
And the game had this really weird thing where I thought it was really difficult in the beginning. Then out of nowhere, just flipped a switch and it was just so easy. So I didn't really like that part, but it's okay. It's an okay Mega Man installment. Not better than any of the NES games. Better than 7 and 8, though, because those suck. Not better than 9, 10, or 1 through 6.
Not better than knowledge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 9 and 10.
Nope. But better than 7 and 8 and my number 9, if you count that travesty. And better than a lot of the Mega Man X's. Not Mega Man X1, though. That's fucking pristine.
How do you keep all of these stupid games in order in your head?
It's a lot of wasted space. It's okay, though.
Jesus.
Who can remember how good Mega Man 5 was? What are you doing?
It was quite good. Not anywhere 2 or 3, but quite good.
If we're talking Fast and Furious movies, I understand.
Exactly.
Mega Man.
That's what it is, pretty much. So, Spencer, what's your number 9 game?
Number 9 is A Way Out. Like Walt said, it was an enjoyable co-op experience. I really liked it. I would never play through it again. Maybe if somebody else new was checking it out with me. But if you're looking for a fun couch co-op or just something to play online with a friend, it's definitely one not to be missed.
Okay. So my number 8 game is Tetris Effect. This could move up on my list or down. I think it'll probably end up moving down depending on where I put Smash Bros, which is obviously going to be
Dear God.
top echelon of the list.
Is there a thing above 1?
I'm not sure, but we'll find out December 6th or 7th. But Tetris Effect, I love Tetris, and I can safely say that this is the best Tetris game. That's it, because it's not only Tetris, but Jesus, it's a little too expensive. It's not $40. But if you have a VR headset, oh my God. The trance you could be in from music and visuals. It'd be pretty amazing. So, that's my number 8. What's yours, Spencer?
Number 8 is Sea of Thieves. Really enjoyed this one as well. It's one of the few Xbox exclusives that came out this year that's actually worth playing. Well, I was going to say probably the only ones that you could play right now.
Yes.
If you're looking for a fun, rare game, definitely one to check out. And if you like pirates, hey, it's all for you.
I will say, Sea of Thieves, I did not give it a fair shake, and it's probably one of my regrets of 2018 is I didn't go a little harder at Sea of Thieves.
And it's really evolved
what I will say,
over time.
Yeah, I've seen all the expansions come out. One of the things I have read is that now the community in Sea of Thieves seems amazing. Yeah. The guys that play the game and how it's pretty much all cooperative now.
Yeah, it's not just kill each
other.
No
one just wants to fire on everyone.
See, that's not in my honorable mentions or top 10 list, but that would definitely be the one night we played. That would definitely be in one of my top gaming moments of 2018 when me and Spencer robbed that dude. That was hilarious.
Yes, absolutely.
Quite funny. And then Spencer or someone, I think it was Spencer, stole the guy's boat and then just drove it into us by accident.
That was
pretty funny.
I do remember that.
Yes, quite funny.
But now I'm reading that the community in Sea of Thieves is so much more cooperative and helpful that it's not uncommon for 4 or 5 ships to go and hit a pirate fort together and split the treasure without anybody going all Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, see, I actually played a while back, and it was just I was solo on my ship, and I ran into this other ship that had 2 players on it, and we both attacked a fort, and at the end, they literally gave me half the treasure for helping. It was awesome.
Oh, that sounds boring. That no one's going to rob each other. Come on. Come on.
There's still some dicks out there. So.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best part. That was the best part to me, the wild card part.
Yeah. No, it's still wild card. It's just playable now.
It's not wild card. Wild card. Hey, this guy's trying to turn his treasure. No, shoot him.
But here's the thing: if you always rob people, that's not wild card. It's wild card when you sometimes rob people.
No, it's so funny because me and Walt tried recording a podcast from inside the game, and we ran into this dude, and we just hung onto the side of his ship and let him start selling for a good ways, and all of a sudden we just pop up on his ship and just start messing with him, and we would walked around the island with him trying to help him find this treasure.
All we did we stood up on the deck. The first thing he did was fire on us. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not mad at him for that. We got up on the deck and I just started playing my musical, and he did the sorry emote and just started playing music with us while the boat was sailing.
Yeah. And then while he was busy looking for the treasure, me and Walt kind of stole the ship.
That's
to be fair, Spencer stole a ship. I stayed on the island to just.
So
it's amazing.
So one man, you marooned Walt. Jesus. So my number 7 game is Forza Horizon 4. Another Xbox exclusive from this year, along with State of Decay 2 that came out. But
I forgot about that.
I don't know what else I can say about Forza and Horizon at this point. I mean, they keep getting better.
The only thing I'll say is what else would Forza Horizon have to do to be a Game of the Year candidate?
It just won't be.
What
It won't ever be, unfortunately, because it's
what else does it have to do?
Space.
Does it need to have branching dialogue options? So overrated. Does it need to have, I don't know, a love interest? Maybe?
See, I think the biggest thing is that it's classified in that sports genre, so it'll never get the respect it deserves. But, man, I fell off racing games hard. Then I played Forza Horizon 3. Holy crap. This franchise is amazing. I will play all of them. And with Games Pass,
yeah, absolutely,
it's even better.
Agreed.
No, it's amazing. Like it's absolutely amazing, and I'm not sure if I think that's totally fair that it should only stay in the sports racing category with how good of a game it is. I would put it up there with. I'm not going to put it up there with Red Dead Redemption 2 or God of War, but I'll put it up there with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'll put it up there with any of the other several Game of the Year candidates.
Yeah. So, Forza Horizon 5, go to Tokyo. Anyway, Spencer, you're number 7.
Number 7 is Black Ops 4. I really won't say much more than it's Call of Duty meets Battle Royale.
It's very fun.
Fucking garbage.
Very fun. Such great garbage. Such great garbage. I appreciate it. I don't even play Blackout.
Dude.
I just play multiplayer like the ultimate normie.
I just play 2 games and wonder why the fuck did I just waste my time playing 2 games of Black Ops 4?
You see, Walt, we played last night. I played amazing. I went off, so I had fun. So I could sense the salt. Like Walt's like, I was gonna get off, and I was like, "You sure you don't want to do one more?" I was like, "Fine." I don't know why. Like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's not an act. It's fucking garbage.
That's fine. That's fine. I think that. So my number 6 game right now is The Messenger on the Switch. Brilliant 2D. I'm a big 2D platformer guy. Obviously, love Ninja Gaiden. This game is a successor to Ninja Gaiden, and it flips the script so many times you're playing. It starts out. Well, I won't ruin it, but I'm sure you all know that it's like different art styles and stuff. But all amazing. It's one of the funniest games I've played too, because the shopkeeper just tells you like insane, stupid jokes. Where normally, you have the stupid things where your people are like, "Oh, tell me a story about this," and they go on this long story, and the shopkeeper just tells you this random ass story about like, "Oh, there's this girl who met this and that, and blah, this crazy thing," and the guy's like, "What does that have to do with my journey?" He's like, "Nothing. You asked me to tell you a story." It's like, "What more do you want?"
And
the shopkeeper's
going, yeah.
Yeah, the shopkeeper's one of my favorite video game characters of the year. Hilarious. So, The Messenger, top notch, hit that Ninja Gaiden itch for me, and I highly recommend it if you have a Switch.
My number 6 is Hitman 2. I'm actually shocked how well IO did once they split from Square Enix, because it's just as good as the last Hitman. They even took all the Hitman 1 and remastered them for Hitman 2, as far as the levels and all that. It's really fun.
One thing I did see with Hitman 2, a little gameplay clip I saw, was I think the target was this like suburban woman or something.
Yeah.
And she was jogging, and the character Hitman, or 47, isn't it?
Agent 47.
Put a rake on the sidewalk, and she like cartoon style jogged onto the rake, and it hit her in the face.
Yeah.
And it hit her in the face right in front of the driveway, and he released the brakes on the car.
Sorry.
And like it rolled backwards.
That's clutch.
It took her out.
Yeah, there's some interesting ways where you can kill people.
There is 0% chance the game designers put that rake. Like he did, the rake wasn't there. He had to go get a rake.
Yeah.
Like he put it there, and then I was like, "That's amazing. I have to give credit to that."
Yeah, that's pretty.
That was so creative.
I love it. So we're entering our top 5.
Yeah,
Walt, you can enter, say, your number 5 game.
I gotta go back to my list.
Oh.
All right, dude. All right, so number 5 is an interesting number because it is my list, and number 5 is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Dang.
I put it there because it's amazing. I won't deny its amazing moments, and I also won't deny that it's just not made for tight schedule gamers. Like, it's really not. Like, if I only get an hour to play, why bother playing Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah,
I agree.
It's one of those.
Why would I
jump into?
And that's frustrating. Like, if I only have an hour to play a game, why the hell would I turn on Red Dead Redemption?
Because I'm
going to go on a really long. Yeah,
you're going to be on a horse ride.
I'm going to go on a really long horsey ride, and then I'm going to go ahead and say, "Hey, don't worry, nothing bad's going to happen," and then I'm going to get into a shootout.
Yep.
And then that's what's going to happen. So some things about it bother me, and these are all nitpicks. I think the game's amazing.
Controls are not nitpicks.
Everyone's talked about the controls.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is like the game goes for realism in almost every way. The way you move, you got to eat, things like that. But it kind of bugs me that like if I do something and like I'm witnessed as a crime, like someone sees me and runs and tells the police, they don't know my name. Like, why is it Arthur Morgan's wanted? What are you talking about? I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like,
how'd you get well, in some of the towns you're kind of known.
No, you're not. You just got there.
Yeah, like, but they know you. They know you. But like, for instance, in Valentine, like you've been to the bar and people know you for getting into.
No, I'm not talking about the bar. I'm talking about like if I'm riding it like in the woods.
Okay, that's fine.
You're also a really wanted man. Like
yeah, you have like a lot of money on your head.
But again, like this guy saw me like 50 yards away, and like I ran over a dude with my horse, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go report Arthur Morgan." It's like, motherfucker, you don't know my name.
I got my bandana up.
That's the
and now you have bandana. And now you have to die.
But it doesn't matter. So.
And then, this is this dumbest nitpick. Are you ready for this? I don't like that you can't hold on to a cigarette and continue to smoke it. Like, if you activate your premium cigarettes, he takes like 2 puffs and chucks it. Like, what I want is to like be able to ride and like just be chomping on a cigarette.
Like when you walk around camp with a beer.
Or I want to be able to light someone on fire by flicking that cigarette. I know it's a nitpick, but I really want to do that.
So I found out when I was drinking the beer, I didn't know you could like just hold down the right trigger and start chugging it. So I was sitting there taking a bunch of sips out of my beer, and I was like, man, this beer is like forever. And I realized I was Danny sipping. The beer is not double clutching like I should with the beer, like Walt just did with his Diet Coke right there. But my number 5 game, and I want to be clear with this, my top 5, these 5 games besides the game, they can flip-flop to any position, anytime. My number 5 game is also Red Dead Redemption 2. I have not finished it yet, so I will say that it can easily flip all the way up to like number 2.
It gets so good.
It will not beat my number 1 game, I'm for sure. So I have too many nitpicks with Red Dead to do that. Biggest one's controls, which has been beaten to death. But controls of games like my biggest pet peeve. So it's absolutely amazing. Everything Walt echoed. Doesn't fit my schedule greatly, but like yesterday I had time to sit down and play it for like 3-4 hours, and man, I got sucked into the game. It was amazing. Everything's amazing. Xbox One X, probably top 3 best looking game I've ever played graphically, if not the best.
It probably is the best. You're just remembering like.
Yeah, I'm probably remembering wrong. I feel like I'm maybe remembering God of War and Horizon wrong. Or Forza Horizon 4. But so good. So that's my number 5 game.
Shoutouts to the OG Xbox One running it without a problem.
Respect. Surprised it didn't blow up. But yeah, this top 5 could swap in any order anytime because these 5 games are legendary. And Smash is coming out, so one of them could be bumped off and will be bumped off. Spencer.
Alright, my number 5 is Forza Horizon 4. Nick's pretty much already covered it. It's an amazing car game. I also helped QA test it a lot, so just throwing that out there. But it's a phenomenal game.
Thank you, boy. Alright, Walt, your number 4 game?
Forza.
Oh, God, I hate you for that so much. Ugh. God. Forza. So,
what I will say is I'm just going to go ahead and go. I'm pretty sure the rest of my list looks like your all's list. What I will say is that my number 3 is the only thing that is going to be different than the rest.
Yeah, all right. Our top 2 are the same then, Walt.
Right. Like, my top 2, I'm just going to say, is God of War and Spider-Man. But Forza, for me, like, I just don't know how they made it better than Forza Horizon 3.
But they did.
I don't know how they did it.
They put seasons and mastered and the Warthog.
And they made my character do the hotline bling every time I win.
Oh, God. I have not dabbled in the dances yet.
Oh, I dabbled, dude. I'm sitting there. I'm freaking dabbing before the race starts, and I go into the hotline bling.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts my soul.
I made like almost every single car that Brian and Fast and the Furious drives. I have in my garage. I have his Skyline, his Eclipse, his Toyota.
Clutch.
Like, it's just the customization's crazy. I don't really know what else they could do. Like, they'll find a way, but I just like it's the perfect racing game. I challenge you.
I agree.
Make or find a better one.
I think we all agree on that, having it all be on our lists. So that's a good thing. So my next two games are for sure not on anyone else's list on this podcast. So they should be. At least this one should be. So my number 4 game, which could very well change, Hollow Knight. It's $7.50 for Hollow Knight and all the DLC on PS4. Everyone go buy it. Go buy it.
Man, I played it for I think I got 6 hours in it, and it did not hold me at all.
So I love 2D platformers and 2D games. I specifically love Metroidvania games, and I do not say this lightly when I say Hollow Knight atop the Metroidvania with Super Metroid Knight.
Nice.
This art's the subtle, the world you inhabit, where ever changing when you go. The Devil in Dark Souls, but this game is so good, and I can steal. Get it before the deals. I think you have until tomorrow, till the 27th. Get it. So good. Please do yourselves a favor. So pristine game. So that's mine.
Alright, that's your number 4.
Yes. Sorry.
I think
I went on a soliloquy there.
I think Discord was hating on your Metroidvania love. I swear, it's only when you're talking about Metroidvania it just started cutting out. Now, whenever you're alright, that's it. It's
so haters.
Nice.
I'm sure Discord was oh goody, another Souls-like Metroidvania.
Alright, my number 4 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's pretty much Origins meets Black Flag, and it is any other year it'd probably be my number 1. It is perfect. It is the most perfect Assassin's Creed game you can ever go play, and I advise you to go check it out.
$27 right now on
Spencer,
Amazon.
It's not even an Assassin's Creed game.
No, not anymore.
Origins wasn't an Assassin's Creed. Origins was just a Western RPG in an Egyptian setting.
But it's so good, and I will
after there's no more stealth. There's really no more stealth.
It is $27. So if you're interested, people, go to Amazon. $27.
Yeah, because if a guy's 3 levels higher than you, you can't stealth kill him because those 3 levels make his muscles made out of steel.
That's when you just come back to that area later. At least that's what I do.
But if you're a human and I stab you in the neck, you should die.
Video games, gotta love them.
I don't.
Yeah, but if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, go check it out. If you're not an Assassin's Creed fan and you're a Witcher fan, you should go check it out.
Stop it.
How dare you? I'm not even the biggest Witcher 3 fan, but how dare you? At least Witcher had the balls to fix its garbage moving.
I'm just saying.
Respect.
Spencer, okay, all right.
Ubisoft is trying hard to make it.
How bothered were you when they advertised that it's the first Assassin's Creed where you can play as a man or a woman when Syndicate did that 3 games ago?
Yet, I don't watch TV that much, so I don't see how.
I'm talking about E3. When they presented it at E3, they're
I don't think Spencer got to watch that E3 presser.
When they announced Odyssey.
Didn't you miss that, or EA?
I can't remember. It was I think it was EA that I missed.
Yeah, of course
you don't miss much.
Yeah,
you don't miss much. We'll be speaking about E3 later.
Looks like it.
All right.
So
they're for the first time ever, you can play as a male or female protagonist.
Yeah.
That Syndicate.
I was going to say that wasn't Syndicate, but I think it was where you were either playing one or the other for the complete game is the first time, because in Syndicate you'd switch between them, I think, for missions.
Yeah. They were both the protagonist.
Yeah. So.
Well, it is a main one. So, anything else to add on Odyssey, Spencer?
Nope. I know y'all don't like Assassin's Creed that much, so let's move on.
No, I fucking hate it more than anything. I think besides my number 9.
All right, now this lists start getting similar. Besides Walt.
So you said this game none of us have.
Yeah, I guarantee it. I guarantee it's
Hollow Knight.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I figured Hollow Knight. I figured Spencer wouldn't have, but I wasn't sure because I don't know. Yeah. But I can absolutely guarantee that none of you have Dragon Ball FighterZ on your top 5 list.
Okay. Yes. Clutch game.
Dragon Ball FighterZ DBFZ. When it came out, I mean, it really was like almost wish fulfillment for fighting game fans. It was a team-based, crazy action with Dragon Ball characters. And Nick, as you saw, and maybe you saw too, Spencer, the animations were insane.
Yeah, it looked.
Oh my god!
Like
I love the game.
It didn't look like the anime. It looked better than the anime. Like, and not a lot of people wanted to say that, but it's true. Like,
yeah, it's. I would say probably the top fighting game right now.
Right now, it's absolutely the top fighting game. It dominated Evo with its
for good reason. It was pretty clutch to watch.
They had solid support throughout the whole year, with the last characters being added are Dragon Ball Super's Android 17 and Cooler. And Cooler getting added. And there's going to be a Season 2 where I swear to God, Jiren has to be added. That they have to add Jiren. But, I mean, it's technical, it's fun, it's flashy, and it's not too hard to pick up and play. It still has that high-level barrier, but it's not too hard. Like Ultimate Marvel, I would say.
Yeah. So, my number 3 game, another game you guys won't have, that could easily flip up all the way to number 2, Celeste. Dear God, I can't believe I didn't hear about this game before. I got a 10. Started getting 10s everywhere. I was like, what the hell is this game? Again, like I've said a million times, love 2D platformers, especially challenging ones. This game plays amazing with that, but the biggest thing that got me was the amazing story it had, and it hit me personally as someone who deals with anxiety very much. This game dealt with that, and it showed that even a 2D hardcore platformer with no dialogue, like voiced dialogue, could have an amazing story, and it deserved every 10 it got. So good. I wouldn't recommend this game like I do Hollow Knight, because it's not for everyone, but pristine game as well. And that's it.
No comment. I didn't play it.
Spencer?
Yeah. So this where I think it's going to start getting very, very similar. My number 3 is Spider-Man. Best Spider-Man game since 2.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was on more consoles for everyone to experience it, but Sony definitely got this one nailed down. It is phenomenal between the story, the relatable characters, the swinging mechanics, the spider webs, the suits. It's amazing.
So I think me and Walt can just piggyback, because I think Spider-Man's both our number 2 game as well.
That's right. So I'll just go
since we're going number 2, I echo everything Spencer said, except for the fact that Ultimate Spider-Man's better than Spider-Man 2. But
I disagree. But
I totally agree. Ultimate Spider-Man's better.
Ultimate Spider-Man better than Spider-Man 2?
To me, anyway.
What was Ultimate Spider on? What was it on?
PS2, Xbox. It's the one where you play Spider-Man. Super cartoony. Very good. But
yeah, but Spider-Man 2 had the free roam. Did it have that?
A little bit, if I remember correctly, but I remember enjoying them. But Spider-Man 2 is amazing too. But yes, I echo
Mysterio in it in the boss fight.
Clutch, I do agree. But I echo everything Spencer said about Spider-Man. Suits, gameplay, best Peter Parker. Love that they incorporated Peter Parker just as much to the story as Spider-Man. Totally amazing. Can't wait for the next DLC in December.
Instead of just echoing what Nick said, I'll just go ahead and throw out my little nitpicks, despite the fact it's my number 2. Hated the stealth sections with Mary Jane or Miles. They were just not fun at all. I can't believe that they thought they'd be fun. They weren't. And I wish there were more boss fights.
Yep.
It seemed like the game was very back heavy with boss fights. That you
would agree on that.
Like by the time you got to fight like Vulture and Electro, you had only fought before that Mr. Negative and Shocker. Like, that's it. And then you go, and the Shocker fight was super easy, and you fight Mr. Negative twice. And then you fight Mr. Negative. Then you fight Mr. Negative again.
Spoilers.
Just throw the tag up. And then so you fight the same dude 3 times. And then, I don't know. I wish there'd been more boss fights. I guess they probably want to save them for future games, which I'm sure they're going to get. And,
yes.
Yeah, and then the DLC, I was like, really? That's who they picked to be the DLC villain? This guy? Like, come on. Like,
that's fun. I'm enjoying it immensely.
I liked it too. It's amazing. It's my first platinum ever on PS4.
Yes. So, but I imagine this is everyone's number one game. Nope. It's going to stay my number one game unless Smash Bros. Goes crazy.
My number 2. Just throwing that out there. What are you fixing to say?
Oh, wait, never mind. What was your number 2?
God of War. I'm assuming that's your number 1.
Yes. Oh, I thought you already did your number 2. Spider-Man was number 3 for you?
Yeah, Spider-Man was number 3.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
Yeah, his number 1's Fallout 76.
No.
All right. So we can go into God of War, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's my number 1 game, and it's, I imagine, going to stay that way, even with Smash. This game's so fucking good. Oh, my God.
Boy.
I can't. The fact they took God of War in a totally different direction and it's better, and the fact that you can jump into this game and have it be your first God of War, completely fine, but if you played all the other ones, tons of story beats are like way more meaningful and significant. God, the one cut camera, oh my God,
that's
one
single shot camera.
One take I read that I thought was interesting was someone thought that the God of War story was even better if you knew nothing about Kratos going in, that it was like a man with a mysterious past kind of thing.
Don't agree.
And you played it like that. And I can't relate because I knew plenty about Kratos coming into the game.
I'd probably be the only one that could attest to that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the game.
But even then, you know who he is. You know what he did. Yeah. Like, you know, like this was a guy who he says, I don't know how you could work in gaming and not know who, have an idea of who Kratos is.
I have an idea of who he was, but I couldn't tell you anything he did in the past games, like anything.
Yeah.
I just knew he was like a god. That's all I knew.
God, like there was one specific that meant so. Whenever he's like old way, I can't. It was so good.
You mean when he hung out at the bottom of the house?
Yes. I was like, oh my God, it's everything I wanted. It's everything I wanted. It's so good. God, the game was everything I wanted.
It is the only cinematic game I've ever. Like a game like that, I'm normally so annoyed by it because it takes gameplay way out of you, which God of War does a fairly decent amount of times, but I didn't mind. Like, it was just so well done.
And it gave me
which you have said,
which is all I need. I know, it's all I need now. So, Spencer, what's your number 1 game?
You know what it is.
I don't.
Come on.
I really.
Want to give me a sec? Don't say anything.
Y'all got it.
Hold on, Spencer. Battlefield 5.
Oh shit! I didn't put that on my list, did I? That's my honorable mention.
Nobody did.
I can't think.
No,
I really can't think.
Stop. Let's go through it. We've already done Forza. We did Sea of Thieves. We did Assassin's Creed. We did God of War.
Oh, of course. Jesus.
That's right.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Of course, yeah. I forgot. We talked about it already.
I thought Spencer had put it in the right place like we did, but instead he put it.
I'm a lot further than you guys. I put like over 3 days into this game. I'm 79% done with the story. It is so good. The twists, the turns, the motions. It's phenomenal. Open world.
Did you get to the twist where they reveal it's all a Westworld simulation yet?
Well, you're not supposed to be spoiling the crap on here.
Oh, God.
But the entire world, there's just moments where I just get sucked in and I'm just like awed at the environment, the mountains in the distance. I'll be walking along a trail and I'll hear a scream for help, or I'll get jumped by hillbillies or bandits, or it's just.
What's your common reaction when you hear someone scream for help, Spencer?
I normally, I rush over there, kind of a little hesitant. I normally help them, and I always tend to end up getting jumped.
Honestly, I've had a lot more fun, like, role-playing the idea that, like, It's not my problem. I just keep riding.
I do that a decent amount too.
It's like,
have you came across anybody that had a snake bite or anything like that?
Yeah, yes. I did that, and the guy bought me I made him buy like the most expensive rifle.
Did you suck the venom out, or did you?
No, I just gave him a health care.
I sucked the venom out on one of them, and it was so awkward.
No, he would have had to die. He would have had to die if that was the only option.
When you went to the store, he's like, "Oh, this is the guy that sucked me."
Oh
really,
god!
Really awkward.
I actually knew if I didn't have the healthcare, like he was gonna die.
Yeah.
I just wasn't gonna do it.
But
no, I will say like this is the game that for no particular reason, and I'm not mad about it. Like I was playing it and I spent like 35 minutes hunting a huge elk.
Yeah.
For like just because like it was huge and I wanted to get it.
And the character development in this game is like between Dutch, Arthur, John, like just watching them change throughout the entire game to where you get to the end, it's insane.
The Dutch thing loses me because it's so blatantly obvious he has no idea what he's doing.
Oh,
and I'm like, with how far I am, which is not far at all, he's in way over his head and has no idea what he's doing.
It gets interesting. If y'all ever beat it, we will do a split.
I will, I'm sure. So, that took way longer than I thought it would. So, I think we're going to cut off a bunch of stuff, but we're going to do this one for sure. The E3 things that Spencer said Salt will fly, but I don't think so.
You don't think?
So,
yeah, Cliff Notes is Sony has announced that they will not be attending E3 2019.
So, I figured we could just roundtable and everything. So what's the implications for Microsoft and Sony and all this? I think right now the reason why Sony's skipping E3 is, one, we already know everything they're doing for 2019. We know there's Last of Us, we know Ghost of Tsushima, we know Death Stranding, we know all that, even though Death Stranding is not 2019. Gone. We know everything they're doing. And they're like, we have good games coming. It's all good. Don't need to waste like millions of dollars. And I think they are hardcore, just kind of punting. May that be a good strategy or bad strategy? We'll see. Building up like desire to know like what's going on for a hardcore PSX end of 2019 PS5 reveal.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, to react to what you said, Nick, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, although I will say the only 2019 game we know for sure is Days Gone.
Yeah.
We don't have a date for Tsushima. We don't have a date for Last of Us 2. Death Stranding, haha. Like, that's not coming out till fucking...
No, I'm like 90% sure those are coming out in 2019.
I am
positive that these games are going to be both a PS5 launch title and come out on PS4.
Yes.
But in that case, they won't be 2019 game.
Exactly.
They could be. They could do the...
I don't think they'd be skipping E3 if they got PS5 in 2019.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, they could just release the games on PS4 and PS5.
When PS5 rolls around,
they launch. Like a couple months later. But
wouldn't that sort of dim the hype for PS5 if its best games are already available on PS4?
It depends on what else they're having. Like, if they, for instance, with Horizon Zero Dawn 2... then hype's back.
Yeah. I think more likely would be Bloodborne 2, honestly.
But I don't think that. I personally don't think, unless they do backwards compatibility, which is totally a thing I could see them doing. But I don't think those games are going to be PS5 games. Death Stranding.
I don't want to say they have to do backwards compatibility, but I feel like
they don't have to. But I think they're going to.
They don't have to, but they have to.
If
there's those leaks with like apparently the PS5 is like this behemoth monster of a console. It's so powerful and everything.
Like, if the PS5 is not backwards compatible, like how many PS4s have they sold? They'd be like alienating all.
Oh yeah.
The PS5 couldn't play PS4 games. They completely cut out that, what was it, 88 million or something?
Yeah, they'll be over 100 million by the time PS5 comes out.
So let's just cut out that entire base and just release... No.
Yeah, so whether this is a good or bad thing, I think they are punting, say, we have such a ridiculous lead and everything, we're just going to hold back and hopefully get people like really hyped and thinking like, oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? For a giant reveal, or it could be a stumble and they fuck up. And this is why I think Microsoft has the biggest implications of this.
If they do it right, it'll be interesting.
What I will say is I think a lot of people are overthinking it.
I think they are too.
That a bunch of Sony board of executives sat down, looked at the cost benefit, and said it's just not worth it.
When we can just do our own streaming thing.
I think that was the beginning and end of the conversation. I don't think there's any deeper thing of our game releases or anything. I think they just looked at a spreadsheet and said, why?
And we could just do our own thing or just release a trailer and a bunch of YouTube guys.
Because it wasn't, the developers didn't make this decision. The businessmen did. So the businessmen looked at the returns, quote unquote, from E3, and they did not see the marketing value in it. So they are not doing it. I don't think there's much more to it than that. I don't think it necessarily guarantees this or that. I
also think the biggest thing with this is, I know Microsoft already talked about next gen, but I think this also gives them a chance to go second again. Well, they didn't go second last time, but at E3 they got to slam dunk on them. They went first on the reveal, but this kind of lets Microsoft be like, hey, show your cards first, in a way, which could go one of either way. So, Spencer, do you have any thoughts on that at all?
Well, Spencer, we got to talk about
with the Sony stuff. Yeah,
all right,
we're going to talk about Microsoft too.
All right, so the Sony stuff, you pretty much what you said at the beginning is what I think they're going to do. I think they're basically just going to lay low all throughout the beginning of the year and then build up hype for something big towards the end of the year, which PSX is in December normally, isn't it?
November, December, which perfect timeline for a March release, 2020?
I don't see the console releasing in March. Or
perfect timeline to have... Oh, all right. Well, I guess it's a perfect timeline for a 2020 release.
Yeah, I would say a 2020 release, for sure.
Yeah.
And it would be great. You'd have your customers there at PSX. You'd have press there at PSX.
So want to go to that one, Spencer?
Possibly.
Okay.
But that'd be the perfect place to reveal it. Now, if they actually do that, we'll see. But as of right now, we have no idea what they're going to do. They said they will lay out their plans later next year, but other than that, it's in there.
As far as Xbox is concerned, I don't think they're going to do anything too differently. Again, just because these are decisions made at the top. I think Microsoft continues to have a really consumer-friendly presence when they decide to go to E3 when Sony didn't, and they kind of get that cool Big Brother look when they go. But I don't see them doing anything too crazy different with their E3, choosing to reveal something that they wouldn't have otherwise, kind of thing. I would be curious to see if it influences their conference at all.
So, the big thing for me with Microsoft is this could either be the best thing that happened to them or the absolute worst thing. Could be best case if they come out and fucking home run it. Here's the games, here's the new Xbox, which what I'm assuming is going to be multiple SKUs. Here's this, that, here's the studios we bought, and here's what they're working on, and here's a bunch of games. Get hype. Obviously not a price announcement or anything, unless they decide to get clutch. But just super hype. Or they could fall flat and then be ooh, and have people be oh man, that was really rough. I really want to see what Sony's going to do next. So that's where it could go worst case.
The only way I see it going bad for them is if they somehow haven't learned their lesson with consoles. If they've released, the Scarlet family, they're calling it?
Yeah, but the biggest thing for me, I think, is the games. That's the biggest thing. It's are you going to deliver on the games? If you're not... But they could also deliver on an Xbox One front with this as well. It'd be here's Halo Infinite gameplay.
Yeah.
That's good for me.
As far as gameplay-wise, as in next year's E3, I have a feeling it will be mainly focused on the New Gears game because that is next year. You'll probably see Forza Motorsport, possibly Halo. I mean, all these other new studios that they bought, most of them...
We better see possibly.
You probably won't see games from them next year. You might see a couple things if they had already had it in the pipeline. But, I mean, it's going to be next generation before you see most of the games start coming out.
I will say they better have something for Halo. They better not show Halo this past year and then come and have nothing for 19.
See, the biggest thing, my biggest concern with the Scarlet thing, one, I'm kind of happy about it because I think all three companies are kind of going their own routes. Because I would imagine Sony's route is just, here's the next hulking box machine, just like your PS4. And I don't know, if Microsoft comes out and the Scarlet's like, because you think about it, like the DRM stuff, that's not like that crazy now. I don't think, anyway.
No.
But
I didn't think it was crazy at the time, but
if they come out and it's like some wacky thing, like, hey, there's like 3 different Scarlets, and one of them does this, and this cloud streaming, this is that, and this one's more powerful, this one's not, and it's super confusing and mixed, that's bad. So I'm very curious how they're gonna like market it.
But honestly, I don't think we'll see like a full console unveiling at E3. I think we'll get like a teaser of what's to come, but
yeah,
I don't see them.
Well, I mean, they have a family of consoles right now, and there doesn't seem to be
any issues
that I see fucking with people. I mean, I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like it's
with that family's. But it's not as crazy as, hey, this one is just a cloud streaming box, and it's $200. But this hulking machine, it's like $500-$600, and it does this, and they'll be like, well, what's the difference? You'll be like, well,
it's kind of like these
pixels.
Days where you have like the Fire TV, the Fire Stick, like the different models of that. I mean, it's pretty much all does the same thing when you look at it. Just one does certain things better.
What I think would be really funny is if they call it the Xbox One 2.
Oh dear God, no.
God, that would be horrible.
I don't know.
Let's name it the Xbox.
That's what they need to do.
Just name it Xbox.
No, they can't do that.
They should. I mean, because there's already been an Xbox, but they didn't carry the Xbox One.
Well, they
so
call
I don't
it
know.
The X-Bone.
Dear Lord.
God. So that's my thoughts on that. Hopefully E3 doesn't die. I know it's like,
I think it's
as everyone says, a relic of the ancient past, but I still love getting hype.
Me and you both.
And I really don't think Sony's going to be gone from E3 forever. I think they'll be back 2020. I honestly think the reason why is they knew how much shit they ate the last E3, and they're like, we don't have anything else to show. Why would we waste millions of dollars?
That giant
flute guy. I know. I'm going to miss the cringe if E3 goes away.
You mean like that 5-minute rock solo for Rage in Bethesda?
Oh, God. The cringe. So I'm going to say that we should probably wrap it up after this topic. But we can talk about Fallout 76 next week to see what happens with it.
All right, so everybody watching the YouTube video, just ignore my topics to the left that I have up.
Oh, God, there's topics. I didn't know.
Yeah, there's topics, though, Nick. You got to respect the topics.
See, the biggest thing...
I guess not put that next week.
Okay. Well, it's fine usually. The top 10 games took a lot longer than I thought they were. But it's fine. Fallout 76 is my biggest disappointment of the year. There you go. That covers that topic. People don't like it.
I will say it's biggest disappointment for me as well, but I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah. And that's 2 Fallouts in a row is my biggest disappointment.
I think if you give it a year, it'll look a lot different like most online games. So
I'm also quite glad that it happened because that'll hopefully only make Starfield and ES6 better. So that's my hope. So that's all I have on that.
Year? That's what we're going with here?
Huge disappointment, yes.
Biggest disappointment.
So I was just talking about Fallout 76. That's all I was, because we were going to talk about 76. So summarized it
in depth and all that. What I'll say. 1 second. Hold on. My dryer's going crazy.
Oh my God! I heard it.
Dear Lord.
It's gonna explode. I probably left my dynamite in there.
Oh, perfect. Playing Red Dead too much. Leaving your dynamite. But yeah, hopefully Bethesda can get their act together, because with games like Cyberpunk coming out, they really need to get their crap together, because dare I say, after Fallout 76, that is going to poop all over Starfield.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
They're going to have to come out with something amazing to make up for it.
Yeah. So hopefully that does it. So, I don't know.
Yeah. And for those of you listening, watching, whatever, we're trying to get back into the swing of things. So we have a couple technical issues. Topics aren't 100% correct. We'll figure it out and get everything worked out and be back even better next week. Hopefully it won't take a year this time.
I know. The biggest reason for that is our one topic took, as I said, way longer, and I figured we'd get to all those, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So it's okay. We kind of talked about Fallout 76.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we were supposed to talk about, but
it's a mess.
But for just to tune in real quick, little thing, biggest disappointment has to be Battlefield 5.
No, I disagree.
Okay.
Like, it just like everything I've read and seen on it is just like, yep, cool, neat. Like the story, lame. The gameplay is not evolved from 1. Like,
it's just more of 1, which is what I like.
Well, and that's what they did with Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Like, Battlefield 3 was amazing. And then, like, Battlefield 4 was like, well, here's some more Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
Like, it's Battlefield Bad Company was amazing. And Bad Company 2 was like, here's more Bad Company 1.
Agreed. So, with that, we'll end episode 68 of Gaming Treehouse Radio. Hopefully, see you next week. I think this will probably be a regular thing we do again.
I'm hoping.
I hope it is. And we'll get back in the swing of it. We won't have a somewhat false topics on there.
And hopefully I'll get all the audio issues worked out, too.
Yes, and everyone stay warm as the cold front is approaching us.
Yes,
so
freezing.
Yes, it's going to be 30-something. So, until next week, guys, I'll see you later.
See ya.